Welcome D20 players. Let's take a look at the 2024 D&D Druid. We have the very latest playtest here on the right, and I've indicated in green the items that have been confirmed with everything in the previews so far. On the left, we have the 2014 Druid for reference. So we have Primal Order new at first level, Wild Companion new at second level, Wild Resurgence at 5th, Elemental Fury at 7th, and Improved Elemental Fury at 15th. At 19th level, the ability score improvement will be replaced with an Epic Boon. Wild Shapes, you get 2 at 2nd level, 3 at 6th level, and 4 at 17th level. And let's look at the Druid base class. No confirmation on if you can only use non-metal equipment, but in the last playtest, there was no mention of that. Level 1 Druidic, you now get Speak with Animals. Level 1 Primal Order, you can choose Magician, which gives you an extra cantrip and a bonus to your nature checks. Or you can take Warden, which gives you weapon proficiency with martial weapons and armor training with medium armor. We know for spellcasting there'll be expanded spell lists. We know Starry Wisp is a new spell that was in the playtest. I think it's in this playtest here. They didn't go into any details on if it changed from the playtest. And Elementalism will also be another cantrip for the Druid. Level 2, Wild Companion. A lot of changes here. Well, actually, no. Wild Companion is where you can use your Wild Shape to get a Find Familiar spell, basically. Then Wild Shape, a lot of changes. Now it's a bonus action for everyone. That's a big improvement. It will last basically until you are incapacitated, not the animal dropping to 0 hit points, because that's been replaced with you getting temporary hit points with your animal form. The known forms isn't like it was in the preview here. Instead, we have a table. So the B-Shapes table, Druid levels 2, 4, and 8. Max CRs are quarter, half, and 1. Fly speed, not until you're level 8. You know 4 forms at 2nd level, 6 at 4th level, 8 at 8th level, and you can replace those forms with a long rest. You can regain 1 expended use of your Wild Shape. Again, you start with 2 during a short rest. You regain all expended uses during a long rest. You retain your ability to speak in any form. Big change there. You retain your hit points. You gain temporary hit points equal to your Druid level. And again, you don't lose the animal form until you, as your character, is incapacitated. That's everything we know confirmed about Wild Shape. There'll be some more stuff with higher levels and with Moon Druids, of course. Wild Resurgence is level 5, and you can give yourself 1 use of your Wild Shape by expending a spell slot. You can do that as often as you want. You can also do the reverse, where you expend 1 use of Wild Shape to give yourself a spell slot. I said the first one in the reverse. You spend a spell slot to get Wild Shape. You can expend Wild Shape to get a spell slot once per long rest. Elemental Fury at level 7. Potent spellcasting, where you add your Wisdom mod to your Druid cantrips. Or Primal Strike, where you do an extra amount of damage on each of your turns with a weapon or a beast form attack while you're in Wild Shape. That's an extra D8 damage. It can be cold, fire, lightning, or thunder. Level 15, we have Improved Elemental Fury, so potent spellcasting gives you a range of 300 feet. So if you're in some flying Wild Shape, you can be way up there. Primal Strike gives you extra damage on your Primal Strike, and that damage is now 2d8 instead of 1d8, as it was at 7th level. When you get Archdruid, whenever you roll initiative and you have no uses of Wild Shape left, you regain 1 expended use. And Nature Magician, you can convert uses of Wild Shape into a spell slot, no action required. Choose a number of unexpended uses of Wild Shape and convert them into a single spell slot, with each use contributing 2 spell levels. Not confirmed if the mechanics there are all the same as it was before, but it is confirmed that that is still the thing. Longevity, also confirmed, not specifically if it's 1 year for every 10 years that passes. So that is the base Druid class. I like the Wild Shape improvement. We do note that they didn't go with templates. You're going to have the Wild Shape forms out of the back of the player's handbook, and when you get a higher level, Wild Shape forms out of the monster manual. So now let's look at the Druid subclasses, and we'll start with Circle of the Moon, which gives the best of all Wild Shapes. It also lets you cast the spells from the feature of your circle spells while in Wild Shape form, and that includes Cure Wounds, Moonbeam, Starry Wisp, Vampiric Touch, Font of Moonlight. I think Dawn might be replaced by Mass Cure Wounds, and Conjure Elementals might be replacing Vampiric Touch. They did mention those 2 are added. They didn't say what they were replacing. Your circle forms now can be your Druid level divided by 3, so by the time you're 9th level, you can do a CR3 creature. And your armor class is going to be 13 plus your Wisdom modifier, or your Beast's armor class, whichever is higher. And your temporary hit points are going to be 3 times your Druid level, not just 1 times your Druid level. Then at level 6, you'll get improved circle forms. Each of your attacks in Wild Shape can deal its normal damage type or radiant. You make that choice every time you attack. And you get increased toughness. You add your wisdom modifier to your constitution saving throw in your animal forms. Interesting, and that's wild and wild shape. And then Moonlight Step, new feature for druids, and this one lets you, as a bonus action, teleport up to 30 feet to a vacant space you can see, gives you advantage on your attack after that Moonlight Step. And then improved Lunar Radiance. They changed this from the playtest. So was each of your attacks does a d10 radiant extra. Now it's once per turn, you do 2 d10 radiant extra. And then Shared Moonlight, you can also teleport one willing creature when you do your teleport action. So that is the Circle of the Moon Druid. Our next wild shape form, that was the ones in that playtest. And then we go to playtest 6 for Circle of the Land. And this one was pretty cool. It got good all the way around. When you finish a long rest, you can change the type of land you're associated with. Arid, polar, temperate, and tropical are all your choices. And each of those lands comes with a suite of spells. And there's some good spells in there. We don't know if these are all still in there, but like Fireball, Ice Storm, Lightning Bolt, Polymorph, some good spells in the choices there. Third level, you have Land's Aid. You can expand the use of your wild shape. You're going to create an area basically where, and the damage isn't confirmed, but where you're going to be dealing damage to enemies and healing creatures of your choice. And then 6th level, Natural Recovery. You cast one of the spells of yours that's 1st level or higher, and he said level 1 only, so this might have been changed. That you have prepared from your circle spells feature without expending a spell slot once for long rest. And then when you finish a short rest, you can choose expended spell slots to recover, kind of like Arcane Recovery for a wizard. And then 10th level, you gain the immunity to poisoned condition and resistance to a damage type associated with your current land choice. So tropical, I think, is probably going to change to acid. They have poison here, but the damage type is acid splash with their cantrip, so I bet that changes to acid. 14th level, Nature's Sanctuary. You can expend the use of your wild shape, and that causes trees to form, which gives cover to your allies and other features, although the other features aren't confirmed there. The old Circle of the Moon play test. Then we have Circle of the Sea. So you have circle spells. The confirmed circle spells that we got here are Fog Cloud, Gust of Wind, Ray of Frost, Shatter, Thunder Wave. Sleet Storm looks like it's been replaced with Water Breathing, which is also on another class feature. Lightning Bolt, Control Water, Ice Storm, Conjure Elemental, and Hold Monster. Then 3rd level, we got Wrath of the Sea. Probably still a bonus action. Expend a use of your wild shape, and you get a number of features. The target must succeed on a Constitution saving throw as well, or they're going to take some damage. It was Thunder in the playtest. Looks like it's changed to Cold now. It was D6 times your Wisdom modifier. Not confirmed what it will be this time. They did say it'll be pushing, not how far. Aquatic Affinity is 6th level. You always have Water Breathing spell prepared, and you gain a swim speed equal to your speed. If you use Wild Shape to assume a form that lacks swim speed, that form gains your swim speed if this is still in the rules from the playtest. Stormborn, they confirmed that you gain a fly speed equal to your speed when you're doing the Wrath of the Sea at 10th level. And then your resistances are to cold, lightning, and thunder also. And then at 14th level, you have Oceanic Gift. And that's where you can, whenever you use your Wrath of the Sea, manifest the aura around one willing creature within 60 feet. So not just yourself. Used to allow in the playtest both you and another willing creature if you spent 2 wild shapes. That might still be there, not confirmed. Then the last Druid subclass is Circle of the Stars. And let's look at the Druid table here. We'll go down to Circle of the Stars. This one, they say, is pretty much unchanged. They did shift the, of course, subclass features up to level 3 for it instead of level 2 when they used to get it. But largely the same otherwise is what they indicated. So there it is. There is the Druid Preview 2024. Thanks for watching, everyone. And I will see you next time.